Hey guys, welcome back to CLOWNFISH TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to give a review of The Mandalorian Episode 2, Chapter 2, The Child, whatever you want to call it. Because we did a short review of the first episode a couple days ago. Now, it took us a while to get to this because, frankly, we have a lot going on. And it wasn't really on our top on our priority list after the first episode to sit through another episode of this show. But we will give you our honest opinion.
We will.
For better or for worse.
There you go.
There we go. So,
I don't know what to say, so.
Before we get into the video, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on CLOWNFISH TV. We are at about 73 or 74,000 subs.
Yeah, getting to 74.
Yeah, hoping to hit 100,000 soon. Thank you so much for that.
And also make sure you're still subscribed, because people were writing and saying that they were suddenly unsubscribed for no reason whatsoever.
YouTube hijinks.
So check your subscription status.
So anyway, The Mandalorian, this is going to be a spoiler-filled review, so if you have not seen episode 1 or 2, do not continue with the video.
Right.
Or if you don't care, go right ahead.
Yeah, have at it.
Go right ahead. So this is the second episode. We watched it last night. I think we're kind of split on opinion.
No, I agree with you somewhat. Anyway, go ahead.
So just to recap what happened, the Mandalorian is basically a Boba Fett type character. I can't find the screen here. And he's on a mission to find the asset, and the asset turns out to be a Baby Yoda.
Yep.
Which he does find at the end of the first episode. And in this episode, he encounters Jawas.
But the Baby Yoda is so cute.
The Baby Yoda is cute. I'm trying to find... There we go.
The Baby Yoda is so flippin'
Okay,
adorable. Oh my god.
Don't want to get demonetized because, you know, Disney be like, oh my god, you're using our screenshots.
It's so cute. I mean, if they made plushie of that, I'd be all over it.
Yeah, he's pretty cute.
You don't know if it's a he.
It's
Everybody's assuming it's a he
they are cute.
because Yoda was a boy, but we don't know if it's a clone of Yoda or if it's a girl. Or
it could
if
be
it's
Yoda and Yaddle got together during the Phantom Menace, and
could be, you don't know, but it's just we do know it's flipping adorable.
It's pretty cute.
It is so cute. Oh my god.
Baby Yoda is pretty cute. So anyway, yeah, this episode, I'm gonna be honest. Well, first I want to backtrack a little bit. If you didn't, watch our sort of review of the first episode, I was not terribly blown away by the first episode.
I just thought it just felt very like you didn't really get much information, and I still think it was meant to be binged. Like, I think they're hoping that for the majority of people, they're going to sit down and watch all the episodes at once. And I think it would flow better that way.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the problem here is we're watching it in little chunks. Now, the first episode, my biggest gripe I had with the first episode was that it did not feel like Star Wars to me because of the alien dude, the bounty.
Yeah.
That guy, the goofy guy in the cantina, reminded me, looked like a Star Trek alien, talked like a Marvel alien.
It also kind of reminds me of The Last Jedi, where they had that, just the way that they're wording things and their humor, quote unquote, and it kind of reminded me of that, and I didn't really like it as much.
Yeah, the humor was very current year Marvel Comics, and that really took me out of it. Otherwise, I was like, man, visually this is spot on.
And I really liked the IG unit.
I did like the IG unit quite a bit, and again,
I was impressed with that.
Yeah, he was cool. He was only up for like 5 minutes, but I was like, now I know how the IG units actually move, because before I'm like, this is a brick. He's not a threat. He's not going to be able to...
He's a definite threat when you see him move. It's really, really cool to see, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So now on to this episode, which, again, I personally felt like it was a huge improvement over the first episode.
It is a huge improvement. But I'm going to disagree on one thing, because anybody who knows me from the show will know exactly what I didn't like about this episode. Not Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's adorable.
Baby Yoda is adorable, yeah. There are lots of Jawas, and I'm just kind of skipping around here because I do not want to be copyright strucked by Disney. We have a cool extended scene where he's fighting some Jawas, some red-eyed Jawas, because they're on this other planet. So that's how you know it's not Tatooine, because Jawas have red eyes.
The Jawas are pretty funny.
That's a Jawa. There were many Jawas died in this episode. It was a pretty cool sequence.
We learned what no disintegrations mean.
Right. There were lots of Jawas got popped, for lack of a better word.
We learned what no disintegrations mean.
We'll just go back to Baby Yoda, the kinder, gentler Baby Yoda here. Well, okay, apparently we can't see him. Anyway, so the Jawas...
That's after the Jawas found the ship.
Yeah, the Jawas, he's going to take Baby Yoda back to his client. He can't do it because the Jawas have stripped his ship because they're Jawas, and that's how they roll. So they want him to go retrieve an egg in exchange for and this is where Geeky and I
they lose me on this. I'm sorry.
This is where we lose Geeky. The egg belongs to a space rhino, and he has to fight a. Here's those Jawas. They want the egg.
So cute.
Okay, we'll just leave it there. Anyway, the Mandalorian has to fight a space rhino, I guess.
But Space Rhino was minding its own business in its own home, and he comes in and ticks it off because it's just protecting its egg, and then he has to kill the Space Rhino, which really made me angry because I don't like that. People were like, what about the Tauntauns? Yes, I didn't like that part of Empire either.
Yeah, it was so weird. Like, I saw Empire, I was so little when I saw Empire Strikes Back, and that was actually when it was in the second or third run right before Jedi came out.
You're probably like,
The only thing I remembered about it in the theater was the Tauntaun part.
I don't want to talk about it.
Like, I couldn't remember anything else about the movie. I'm just like, Darth Vader was in it and the Tauntaun. That's all I remember. But I was really
Well,
little.
it was like that. And this poor thing didn't do anything wrong. It really, it was just protecting its baby.
Yeah, that was kind of sad. And then
I was mad. I was very upset by this.
And then you're thinking, okay, the egg is like some, sacred something they're gonna sell it. No, they just eat it.
And it's pretty gross.
It's pretty gross. And I'm trying to figure out, how did the Jawas eat? They have masks on their face.
They probably dipped their hands right in and smeared all over themselves.
I don't know. Anyway, it kind of felt kind of standalone. The closest thing I could think of, it kept coming to mind just because it was kind of like, okay, here we have this random hero just kind of, overcoming obstacles to achieve a minor goal to go about his merry way. It reminds me of Samurai Jack, because Samurai Jack was kind of like that, where he just kind of went from town to town and random stuff happened and he would have to fight stuff, and it usually was like there was some fetching involved, and that's kind of what it reminded me of. But that's not a bad thing. I would say that this episode felt significantly more Star Wars.
I agree.
Significantly more Star Wars than last episode. We did not have any goofy aliens. We had Jawas, which were
poor little
cool.
things get killed for no reason.
Okay, so we had some space rhino. Space rhino would get killed.
So
well, actually 2 if you count the egg.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So Yoda here looks like a judgmental grandma meets a gremlin.
Yeah.
Look at the face. I'm judging you. It's like an old lady judging you.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
Here's the Mandalorian covered in mud. People were complaining in the trailer that his armor was too clean.
He takes good care of it because he's proud of it.
He is. Well, that's like, warriors usually clean the blood off their blades because, you don't
want to rust.
You don't want, and you don't want to go into battle with a bloody blade.
Yeah, some might get cut and they might get some disease.
That's right. But Baby Yoda, we find out, has force powers.
Yes.
And Baby Yoda can lift up a space rhino with, he had to take a nap afterwards.
For a couple days, it sounds like.
For a couple of days. So Baby Yoda does have some force powers. This is probably why the client wants Baby Yoda. We don't know. Now, overall, I really like this episode, but I keep reminding myself this is still Disney Star Wars, and we still have many episodes to go.
Right.
So I'm going to be waiting for the other shoe to drop. But this episode, by itself, it probably has given me a false sense of hope.
There you go.
A false sense of hope.
I think it was pretty good. I mean, minus the whole animal death for no reason, and I'm standing by that. There really was no reason. Other than to show that Yoda had force powers, there was no reason to do that. So, but, other than that, yeah, I agree. I think it's more Star Warsy than it's been so far. And it's cool. You get to see, like, some, what disintegrations meant. You get to see some of the Jawa trading things. You get to see some of the inside their ship. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, this definitely felt Star Wars. You can tell the people working on this show get it. They get George Lucas's Star Wars, but like I said, I just am really concerned, especially after the last episode with that goofy ass alien and the toilet humor. I'm like, the other shoe is going to drop. I guarantee you the other shoe is going to drop.
What I'm concerned about is, and please, if you hear weird noises in the background, that's our dog snoring. He's also very cute. It makes me squee. What I'm concerned about is the fact that they have multiple directors doing these episodes. And I'm really worried it's going to feel disjointed because it's like, they're each being directed by someone different. And, it's starting to go together because it's an overarching story, but I'm just worried it's going to seem weird.
Yeah, and that kind of happened a lot with Doctor Who, though, too, where they would have different writers and different directors for each show, but then the main story arc, they usually had, like, Stephen Moffat kind of do the main. But then, like, the episodes in between, the filler episodes, usually had a different tone to them. But this particular episode, as a standalone episode, was actually pretty good. I just don't want to be lulled into a false sense of, contentment. Because I know with, again, we've always been like, hey, Rogue One was pretty good, so Last Jedi is going to be good too.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen, know? It's like Rogue One was an improvement over The Force Awakens, and here comes The Last Jedi. So I still have no hope for The Rise of Skywalker. I think it's going to be a mess.
I don't know. I don't even... I guess I keep my expectations rock bottom or lower, so then I'm pleasantly surprised if it's anything better. Anymore. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is anymore. I mean, I was so excited going... I mean, I did not... The Force Awakens I thought was too much of the same. I was really excited to go into The Last Jedi, and then I was just like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah. So within the first, 10 minutes, and that was kind of what... with the first episode of The Mandalorian, that kind of feeling I got with the alien... I was like, oh god, it's Marvel humor.
But when it got to the IG unit, I was like, okay,
yeah, and I was like, okay, this is pretty badass.
And I honestly think, I just think its biggest problem is because it's in episodic chunks. I think that's what's working against it more than anything. To me, I think when you can actually sit down and watch all of it, boom, 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 I think it's gonna be a lot smoother. Yeah, and I mean, again, this is one of those things where I can't really grade it yet because I haven't seen enough of it. But I will say that I did enjoy the second episode. I actually forgot for a few minutes that this was Disney Star Wars. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a high compliment right there.
That is. I was like, wow, this is like legit Star Wars. This is pretty good. So I was like, okay, let's hope this continues.
Let's get more of this, and less of The Last Jedi.
Right. And I kind of got excited for a nanosecond. I was like, wow, Obi-Wan might actually be pretty good.
I'm hoping. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Because I freaking love Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan.
Are people already complaining because there aren't enough women?
Yeah, apparently there are some of the usual blogs that you would expect complaining that there were no women in this episode. And then other people were joking, well, maybe some of the Jawas were women.
That's true. And in the last episode, the one that was the person that was on the smithing on the armor that was kind of like the leader or whatever, that was a woman.
Yeah, whatever, the chieftain or whatever. Yeah, she's a woman, so, big shot Mandalorian is a woman. The Rhino.
We don't know yet we don't know yet what Yoda is.
We don't know. It could be a little girl Yoda. We don't
know.
We don't know.
It's probably gonna be a clone. So
I don't know, but anyway, this episode I would actually give an A to, and I don't give those out to Disney Star Wars. I don't think I've ever given that out to. Well, that's me.
I won't give it an A. I'm sorry.
I know you're not real thrilled with it, but
no. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't like that one part, and I'm still kind of like, this feels. I guess I don't know. I think it's better than Solo, but so far it's. To me, it's not the greatest, but I really honestly think that's just because there's only 2 episodes in, and the way they have it broken up. That's what I really think that's what it is. That's why I want to give it more chance before I say what I'm going to give it a grade. So I'm not going to grade it yet.
I'm saying this episode. The other episode I would have given, the first episode I would have given like a C to.
A C, yeah.
It was okay.
Okay, I'll give one a B. This one a B because it didn't need to have the animal death.
That's
just my own personal thing.
That's true.
Anybody watches the show knows. I'm just like, no.
I just have this hunch that the other shoe is going to drop.
I hope you're wrong. I'm hoping really strongly you're wrong.
This is Disney Star Wars. I don't think we're going to get through this series.
No, because they know about people being mad, so...
They don't care.
I don't know. I have to see more. Because I don't know if that's going to go that way.
All right.
We'll see.
Well, we will actually tune in for the 3rd episode, and probably sooner. This one we waited a couple days because we really didn't have enough give a shit to tune in. But
it's mostly on Fridays, and then there's one that's going to be on a Wednesday in December, but the other ones are all on Fridays.
All right, so we're going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Thinking about printing your own comic books, graphic novel, or manga? We recommend our friends over at PrintNinja. We've been using PrintNinja as long as they've been printing comics, and both the quality and price is excellent. Mention Clownfish TV and get an additional 5% overrun of your book order quantity printed for free. For free! That's free books, people. Just mention this offer on the phone or in the additional information box on the quote request form. That's printninja.com, or click on the link in the description below. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.